Imagine waking up each morning to the sight of lush, fragrant roses blooming right in your own yard. It's easier than you think, even if you're just starting out. Roses have a timeless charm. In American gardens, they're a symbol of elegance, romance, and care. Many beginners believe roses are difficult to grow, but with the right guidance, anyone can successfully plant, nurture, and enjoy them throughout the year. This article will walk you step by step through everything you need to know, from planting to seasonal care, so your roses thrive in any U.S. climate zone. Understanding rose plants for beginners. Roses are perennial flowering shrubs that come in hundreds of varieties, from climbing roses to hybrid teas, floribundas, and miniature types. In the U.S., many regions offer excellent growing conditions. Whether you live in a cooler northern state or a warmer southern zone, you can grow roses successfully if you choose the right variety and follow basic care steps. When starting out, go for hardy varieties that resist common diseases. Knockout roses, drift roses, and some heritage varieties are ideal for beginners because they require less maintenance and tolerate diverse conditions. Choosing the right location sunlight is key. Roses love at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight each day. Pick a spot in your garden where the soil drains well but retains enough moisture to nourish roots. Avoid overly shady corners. Without enough sunlight, rose bushes become leggy, produce fewer blooms, and become vulnerable to disease. Check the soil pH too. Roses prefer slightly acidic soil, ideally between 6.0 and 6.5. You can buy an inexpensive soil testing kit at any U.S. garden center or order one online to get quick results. Preparing the soil before planting. Healthy soil equals healthy roses. Loosen the ground about 18 inches deep, mixing in plenty of organic matter such as compost, aged manure, or peat moss. This improves drainage and gives roots a nutrient-rich environment. If your soil is heavy clay, common in many U.S. regions, add coarse sand or perlite to improve drainage. If it's sandy, increase organic matter to hold moisture. This preparation pays off for years to come. Planting roses. Step by step. 1. Dig the hole. For bare root roses, make a hole about 18 inches wide and deep. For potted roses, dig slightly larger than the container. 2. Create a mound. Form a small mound of soil at the bottom of the hole to support roots. 3. Position the plant. Spread the roots gently over the mound. The bud union, swollen area where the rose is grafted, should sit at or slightly below ground level in cold climates and slightly above in warmer climates. 4. Backfill and water. Fill with soil, firm gently, and water deeply to eliminate air pockets. 5. Mulch. Apply 2 to 3 inches of organic mulch, like shredded bark, to conserve moisture and regulate temperature. This process is almost identical across U.S. regions, just adjust planting times. In cold zones, plant in spring after the ground thaws. In warmer zones, fall planting is often best. Watering roses the right way. Roses need consistent moisture, especially during their first growing season. Water deeply at least once a week, more often in hot, dry periods. Always water at the base rather than overhead to prevent fungal diseases on leaves. Early morning watering is best so the plant dries out before evening. Investing in a simple drip irrigation system or soaker hose can save time and give your roses steady moisture without wetting foliage. Feeding roses throughout the year. Roses are heavy feeders. Start fertilizing about a month after planting, using a balanced rose fertilizer, 10-10-10 or 1-2-6-10. Organic options like fish emulsion, alfalfa meal, or composted manure also work well. Feed every 4 to 6 weeks during the growing season, spring through midsummer. Stop fertilizing about 6 weeks before your expected first frost to let plants prepare for dormancy. Pruning for health and beauty. Pruning helps roses stay healthy, encourages more blooms, and improves airflow. For most varieties in the US, late winter or early spring, just as buds swell, is the best time. Use clean, sharp pruning shears. Remove dead or diseased wood first. Cut back to outward-facing buds to promote open growth. Remove crossing or crowded canes to reduce disease risk. For hybrid teas, prune more heavily, down to 3 to 5 strong canes. For shrub or landscape roses, prune lightly to shape. Deadheading. Removing spent blooms throughout summer encourages repeat flowering. Pest and disease management. The natural way. Common rose pests in the US include aphids, Japanese beetles, spider mites, and thrips. Diseases include black spot, powdery mildew, and rust. The best defense is healthy plants and good cultural practices. Space plants properly for airflow. Water at soil level. Remove fallen leaves from around plants to prevent disease overwintering. For pests, start with the least toxic control methods. Blast aphids off with water, introduce beneficial insects like ladybugs, or use insecticidal soap. For fungal issues, apply neem oil or a sulfur-based fungicide early in the season if needed. Seasonal care. Year-round rose maintenance in the US spring. Finish pruning before buds break. Feed with balanced fertilizer and add fresh mulch. Check irrigation systems. Watch for early pests and treat promptly. Summer. Water deeply during dry spells. Deadhead spent blooms to encourage more flowers. Continue feeding every 4 to 6 weeks. Monitor for pests and diseases weekly. Fall. Stop fertilizing 6 weeks before frost. Allow rose hips to form to signal dormancy. Mulch around the base to protect roots. In colder regions, mound soil or mulch 8 to 12 inches up the canes for winter protection. Winter. In zones where temperatures drop below freezing, cover plants with burlap or rose cones. Reduce watering as plants go dormant. Clean and oil pruning tools so they're ready for spring. Following this schedule will keep your roses thriving year after year, no matter your state or hardiness zone. Container roses for small spaces. If you're in an apartment or have a small yard, you can still enjoy roses in containers. Choose large pots, at least 15 to 20 inches across, with drainage holes. Use a high-quality potting mix and fertilize regularly because nutrients leach out faster in containers. Move pots to a sheltered location in winter if you're in a cold zone. Common beginner mistakes and how to avoid them. Overwatering. Roses like consistent moisture but hate soggy roots. Always check soil before watering. Ignoring soil health. Fertilizer alone isn't enough. Add organic matter yearly. Not pruning enough. Fear of cutting leads to weak, overcrowded canes. Prune with confidence. Planting too deep or too shallow. Follow graft union guidelines for your zone. Skipping pest checks. Catch problems early to avoid major infestations. Learning from these mistakes helps your roses thrive long-term. Building a pollinator-friendly rose garden. Planting companion flowers like lavender, catmint, or alliums attracts beneficial insects that help control pests naturally. These companion plants also add color and fragrance to your garden, making it even more appealing to you and local wildlife. Harvesting and enjoying roses. Cut roses early in the morning when blooms are just opening for the longest vase life. Use clean, sharp scissors and place stems in warm water immediately. This simple step lets you enjoy your garden's beauty indoors as well. Sustainability tips for US gardeners. Use organic fertilizers and pesticides whenever possible. Collect rainwater to reduce your water bill. Mulch with locally sourced materials. Recycle pruned canes and leaves into compost. These practices save money and protect the environment while keeping your roses beautiful. Final thoughts and a call to action. Roses are not just for expert gardeners or big estates. They're for anyone who wants a splash of beauty, fragrance, and satisfaction in their outdoor space. By starting with the right varieties, preparing your soil well, and sticking to a simple year-round care routine, you'll find roses surprisingly easy to grow. Whether you're in sunny California, chilly Minnesota, or anywhere in between, these tips will help you build a thriving rose garden from scratch. If you've been dreaming of colorful, fragrant blooms right outside your door, now is the perfect time to take action. Visit your local garden center or order rose plants online, gather your soil amendments, and start planting today. Every day you wait is another day without that amazing backyard view, so grab your gardening gloves and begin your rose growing journey now.